My boyfriend of 8 years told me he wanted to open our relationship. I've, 28 female, met my boyfriend, 29 male, many years ago through some friends. He was living in another place, on the other side of the country. We instantly took a liking to each other and became boyfriend/girlfriend. In the first year of our relationship, it was distant. Both agreed after I finished my schooling, I would go live with him. I had to leave behind everything. Friends and family, a perfect job offering with an amazing salary with this company I had interned in previous years, which I loved by the way. I thought he is worth it. So I moved to where he lives, everything was good. We talked about our future, both agreed we get married at 30. We focus on our jobs and ourselves. We fought but could never be mad at each other for longer than a few hours. We bought a house together with a nice yard, the perfect home for our future together. Last night, while we were eating dinner, my boyfriend told me he wanted to talk about something. I said all right and we proceeded into the conversation. He started off by saying he loved me and that I'm perfect to him. I thought he was going to propose to me. Instead he told me that he is polyamorous, that he had just realized that and that he wanted to open our relationship. I asked if I did anything wrong for him wanting to open the relationship, wondering if I didn't satisfy him enough emotionally and sexually. He said no and that is just who he is. I told him that I only believed monogamy. I can't personally see myself with anyone but him. He told me that I was being ignorant when I told him I only wanted him. I backtracked into what I was saying, so I've asked him if he already thought of another woman that he wants, instead of me. He tried to deny it, but he said there was a woman he met, that she also poly, that they never did anything and that I shouldn't worry about it. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what to say, so I finished dinner in silence. That night I chose to sleep in the guest room. I couldn't bear to look at him. I started thinking of all the things and opportunities I had missed, like my dream job, my friends, missing life achievements of my nieces/nephews, and not spending enough time with my mother before she passed away. All of the 8 years I had just went away, left a sour taste in my mouth. I regret the life I had in the past 8 years. Keep thinking of who would have been, what I would be doing. This morning, he didn't go to work because he said felt like shit because I slept separately. So we talked about everything. I told him that I cannot be with someone like him, that I didn't want to enter an open relationship. I told him I wanted to leave. He started crying and said he couldn't change who he is, why I would say that I regret our time together. I told him because he wasted my time and our future together just disappeared. I told him it would take me time to learn to not love him anymore. I thanked him for the past 8 years together. He said he takes it all back and that he'll stop talking to her, that he doesn't want our relationship to end. But I can't do that to someone I love. I cannot hold someone back from becoming who they are. If he is poly, I don't care, but it's just not who I am. I've packed all the things that I own. I'm gonna move back home, live with a friend, applied for a job I actually liked. I'm sort of embarrassed to admit to family and friends why our relationship ended because it feels like I wasn't good enough for him. I feel like I wasted my 20s for him. Relevant comments. User 1. I wonder if he is also okay with you seeing other people. OP replied. When I asked him how he would feel if I saw other people, and bringing other men into our home we made, he said he wouldn't mind and that we wouldn't bring the other person into our bedroom but into the guest room, which felt super icky. User 2. Never had the monogamous versus poly talk? OP replied. The only talk we had was about us, marriage and children only. I never had the desire to pursue anyone in 8 years. It was only him. I know what poly is, and understand it, but it's not for me. Update. My now ex-boyfriend of 8 years wanted to open our relationship. Thought I'd give an update of what happened. It's been well over a month since my ex-boyfriend wanted to open our relationship. I've moved away and now I have my own place. My new job is much better than my last one. Everything has been good for me, spending a lot of time with family. When we told our mutual friends, and our families why we ended our relationship, they thought it was a shitty situation and were on my side. For the house that I've recently purchased with my ex, we decided to put it up for sale and split everything evenly. I haven't talked to him since we broke up, but I've heard he started dating the girl he told me about, which I knew was coming, so I wasn't really surprised. I'm not really in the mood for dating at the moment, probably take more time for myself. In the end, I am happy. I've learned a lot and everything has been good.